Welcome to the 2013 Greater Mississippi CFC Key Worker Training. My name is Terry Olivier. I am the CFC Director for the Greater Mississippi CFC. First, I'd like to thank you for accepting the challenge of being a key worker. Your role is vital to the success of the campaign. We will be going over your responsibilities. Thorough knowledge of these responsibilities and execution of them is key to the success. But we have support out there for you, so have no fear. Last year, for the 2012 campaign, we set a goal of $900,000. Federal employees raised $892,000, which is 99% of our goal. So we were very, very excited about that. For those of you who may not be familiar with the campaign time frame, it is September 1 through December 15. Your organization may choose to set a campaign time period within that overall time frame, which is fine, and they will announce those dates for you so that you can begin your work. Also, you'll want to look for notices about your campaign kickoffs. Now, here's some support. Again, you can call us at any time. Myself, Terry Olivier, or Mignon Bouchon, who you'll meet in a few moments. Our contact numbers are here on your screen. You can also go to our website, which is www.greatermississippicfc.org, and find out about your loan executives and your project officers and the LFCC members, all of whom can also offer you support. First, we'd like to talk about the reasons for giving. When you go out and start talking with your fellow workers, they may ask why they should give through the CFC. Well, it's easy to remember. It's the 4 C's. First, it's convenient. They can do their giving through payroll deduction, and they don't even have to fill out a paper form. They can do it via e-pledge. Employees can have the confidence that the charities that are included in our charity list have been vetted by federal employees here locally. Choice. This is a 100% donor designated campaign. So every dollar that is donated, donors get to choose where that money goes. And of course, the last but most important reason for giving is that you care. Your gift helps to improve the quality of life, not only for yourself, but for your neighbors who are less fortunate. And lastly, the accountability and efficiency of our campaign. We have an overhead rate of a little over 14%, which means that 85 cents of every dollar goes directly to the charities. Why encourage payroll deduction giving? We do ask that as a key worker, you encourage payroll deduction because of 2 reasons. Number one, it's easy, and people tend to give more because they don't feel it as much because it's spread out over time. And to demonstrate that, last year, the average payroll deduction gift was $268. The average one-time cash or check gift was $81. So as you can see, we like to encourage payroll deduction. One of the things that, if you've not been a key worker before, I'd just like to point out to you, feel free to review the CFC regulations. However, the most important things to remember is you have to avoid requiring 100% participation. That is not allowed. A manager cannot solicit his or her own employees, and no one can require that everyone participate. The regulations require that everyone is given the opportunity to participate. As I mentioned, supervisors cannot solicit individuals who work for them. You don't want to encourage any type of a list of, of non-donors, that sort of thing. And coercing employees is 100% prohibited. What you want to do, though, is ask 100% of the people. The number one reason that people do not give to charitable causes is that they're not asked. So that is your number one priority as a key worker. And we encourage you to avoid non-personal contacts, such as dropping a pledge form off on the desk, etc. We would like for you to speak to all 100% of the people that are in your area. How do you do that? Well, first you want to know the facts about the campaign, and you can find that on our website. And then you want to get the words out. Use senior leadership and ask that they speak about CFC at their regular staff meetings. You can show the CFC video. There are numerous ways to get the word out. You might have a paper at a little newspaper at your agency, and so feel free to use that. How to ask. We encourage small group presentations. Don't forget, you can always ask for a guest speaker from an agency to come and speak to your folks. And don't overlook how effective a coworker testimonial could be. After the presentation, remember to close. The close is asking donors to complete their pledge forms, asking them to turn their pledge forms in now, or if not now, by a specific date. Let them know you'll be back to check on them if they've not submitted it now and see if they have any questions. And then finally, just thank everyone for attending. It is important, however, that you follow up. Once you've made your presentation, once you've done your close, then you want to follow up. Have a plan to collect those pledge forms. Get a schedule. Try and return to that person within 3 days, 5 days at the most. And again, ensure that a quality contact, one-on-one, occurs with 100% of the folks for which you are responsible. So, in summary, know the facts. We encourage you to lead by example by making your own gift. Get the word out. Tell everybody about it every way you can think of. Make the ask. And lastly, be available. If donors need help, be available. They may have questions. They may need help filling out their form. But be available to them to the best of your ability. At this time, I'd like to introduce you to Mignon Bouchon, who is the CFC assistant. She's going to take just a couple of minutes to go over a couple of forms that you as key workers will use during campaign reporting. Mignon?
I'm Mignon Bouchon, Assistant Director for the Combined Federal Campaign. We are continuing training for the key workers. I am explaining how to use the CFC Eagle Givers Incentive Tracking Form. You will be given this form with your key worker envelopes. Please fill it out. It is to help you track and tally Eagle gifts. And once they're filled out, we need you to return them with your envelope. The key worker envelope, very important to fill it out correctly. First line is your facility installation. Next to that will be the date that you have completed your envelope. Next line is the organization unit. That goes right there, that spot. And then key worker name with a phone number, please, important, with area code also, in case we need to contact the key worker for any information that may be missing. Next box is for cash and check pledges. We have 4 different sections. We have a special event fundraiser. We do not need a number of donors for this section, but we do need the total amount of the special event fundraising amount. The next line is cash and paper pledges only. We do need a number of givers and a total amount that was pledged. The next line is payroll deduction. We need the number of givers who are choosing payroll deduction and the total amount of the payroll deduction. The 4th line is confidential envelopes. These envelopes are not to be opened until they are returned to the CFC office. They are to remain sealed with the amount that's, there is no amount.
They won't know.
Right. Next line is the total of donors. And the line next to that is the total of dollar amounts. The next line is for your project coordinator to sign, stating that they have checked the envelope and everything is in order. Please double check these numbers. Next line is online cash and check pledges. These are pledges that were made online only. The first column, you will put the number of pledges. The second, you will put the amount of the pledges, and please include a copy of the online pledges in the envelope. Fill out the envelope completely. Please double check the math, double, triple check. This is where we have a lot of issues. Submit your report weekly to your project officer. Double checking now saves time later. On behalf of all the people and worthy causes who will receive the help they need because of you, we thank you.